Nissan just dropped a bomb on the truck world. The all-new 2026 Nissan pickup has been officially revealed, and the price is something no one saw coming. We're talking about a truck that could completely shake up the market, not because it's the most powerful or the most high-tech, but because it delivers serious capability at a price that could make Ford, Toyota, and GM sweat. Nissan's message is crystal clear. Affordable trucks are making a comeback, and they're the ones bringing it back. Let's get straight into it. This new Nissan isn't just a facelifted Frontier. It's an all-new design, built from the ground up to hit that sweet spot between rugged practicality and modern efficiency. Think compact to mid-size proportions, aggressive styling, and a tough new frame optimized for fuel efficiency and light off-roading. Nissan is calling it the next evolution of the everyday truck, a vehicle made for real buyers, not just showrooms. The design immediately grabs your attention. Sharp LED headlights, a bold new V-motion grille, sculpted fenders, and a stance that looks like it belongs in the wild. It's clearly taking cues from the Frontier Pro 4X, but with more futuristic DNA. The truck looks muscular yet refined, like something that could go toe-to-toe with the upcoming Toyota Stout or Ford Maverick, but at a fraction of the cost. And that's where the real shock comes in. Nissan's starting price? Reportedly under $25,000. Yes, you heard that right. In 2026, when every truck seems to start at $40K or more, Nissan's bringing a new pickup to market that undercuts almost everyone. It's a move straight out of the early 2000s playbook, when trucks were affordable, durable, and didn't need a luxury badge to prove their worth. Under the hood, Nissan's keeping things smart. Expect a turbocharged four-cylinder engine, tuned for both torque and fuel economy, likely paired with either an 8-speed automatic or CVT optimized for towing and efficiency. There's also talk of a hybrid version, targeting over 35 mpg, which would instantly make it one of the most fuel-efficient trucks on sale. Nissan's also teasing an electric variant, a compact EV truck rumored to share tech with the Area crossover, meaning they're not just chasing budget buyers, they're positioning themselves ahead of the next wave of electric utility vehicles. Inside, Nissan's finally stepping up its game. The 2026 pickup features a fully redesigned cabin, bigger touchscreen, digital gauge cluster, soft touch materials, and improved seating comfort. This isn't the old work truck Nissan. It feels more like a baby Titan mixed with modern SUV comfort. Even base models come with smartphone connectivity, adaptive cruise control, and lane assist. Nissan clearly wants this truck to feel modern but not overpriced, something working-class buyers can actually afford without sacrificing quality. What's even more impressive is how Nissan's aiming to bring customization back. You'll be able to choose from multiple bed lengths, cab configurations, off-road packages, and even lifestyle trims designed for overlanding, adventure travel, or city use. It's a strategy we haven't seen in years, offering real variety at accessible prices, and it could completely upend how truck buyers think about entry-level models. And make no mistake, this move isn't happening in isolation. The truck market is in chaos right now. Ford's cutting prices on the Maverick, Toyota's prepping the Stout, GM is struggling to keep small trucks affordable, and Ram's reportedly going back to basics with a new sub-30K truck. Nissan's timing couldn't be better. They've been quietly retooling their strategy, betting on smart pricing instead of chasing luxury margins. And this pickup might just be their comeback weapon. But what's really interesting here is what Nissan's not saying. The fact that this truck could be built right here in North America. Yep, reports suggest Nissan might produce this new pickup at its Canton, Mississippi plant. That means shorter supply chains, lower costs, and, most importantly, pricing stability in a market where trucks have become luxury toys. By keeping production local, Nissan can control costs and avoid the markups and import taxes that are killing the affordability of compact trucks elsewhere. It's a quiet but genius move, one that shows Nissan actually understands what American buyers are asking for: value, durability, and simplicity. And speaking of simplicity, Nissan is ditching the bloat that's crept into most modern trucks. You won't find 10 different drive modes, massive 14-inch screens that blind you at night, or unnecessary software subscriptions. Instead, you'll get practical controls, analog dials where they matter, and a layout designed for daily use, from tradesmen to first-time truck owners. It's refreshingly honest, something the market hasn't seen in years. Nissan's engineers are also hinting that this new platform can handle real work, not just grocery runs. Towing capacity is expected to sit around 5,000 pounds, with a payload near 1,500 pounds. Perfect for small trailers, dirt bikes, and light-duty tasks. Combine that with a reinforced steel bed, standard tie-down hooks, and available 4x4 capability, And suddenly, this budget truck starts looking like a serious contender. But here's the twist. Nissan isn't chasing volume right away. Insiders say the company wants to prove the concept first, then ramp up production depending on market response. That means limited initial availability with priority given to key U.S. regions like Texas, Arizona, and the Southeast, where compact trucks are making a huge comeback. It's a cautious but strategic rollout, one that lets Nissan fine-tune demand before going all in. And honestly, this strategy might just save them. The Frontier has been hanging on by nostalgia alone, while the Titan's future is basically over. Nissan needed a reboot, something bold, affordable, and emotionally resonant. And this 2026 pickup is exactly that. It's like a love letter to the old hardbody days, when Nissan trucks were simple, reliable, and built to last. That heritage vibe is all over this design, from the squared-off stance to the retro, hardbody badges rumored to make a comeback on a special edition trim. But don't mistake nostalgia for laziness. This truck is loaded with modern tech. Expect wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, over-the-air updates for software tweaks, and even semi-autonomous driving aids like Pro Pilot Assist in higher trims. It's the perfect balance of old-school toughness and new-age intelligence, and Nissan seems to have nailed it. Now, here's where things get even more interesting. Nissan's executives reportedly hinted that this truck could also debut a new electrified platform, something scalable, lightweight, and versatile enough to support both gas and EV versions without massive redesigns. If that's true, Nissan could be setting up this pickup as the foundation for its next decade of utility vehicles. Imagine this: a 25K gasoline version for everyday buyers, a 30K hybrid for efficiency seekers, and eventually a 35K fully electric variant for the EV crowd, all sharing the same basic architecture. That's the kind of smart, flexible engineering legacy automakers used to build, and Nissan might just be reviving it. Industry insiders are already buzzing that this could be Nissan's Maverick moment, the same way Ford shocked the world in 2021. But here's the kicker. Nissan seems ready to undercut Ford by several $1,000s while offering more rugged styling and better off-road capability out of the box. The Maverick is great for city dwellers, sure, but this Nissan feels built for the dirt roads, job sites, and backcountry trails, the kind of driving that defined pickup culture in the first place. And the public reaction? Explosive. Social media's been on fire since the first teaser images dropped. Truck fans calling it the most exciting Nissan in years, while some are saying it's the first affordable truck that actually looks tough. Car reviewers are praising its proportions, saying it looks closer to the old Frontier Warrior concept than anything we've seen hit production. It's aggressive, it's boxy, and it doesn't look like a crossover pretending to be a pickup. Even more surprising, sources say Nissan dealers are already preparing early interest lists, with some stores reporting hundreds of inquiries within hours of the reveal. That's almost unheard of for a Nissan truck in 2025, especially considering the brand's slow sales in recent years. Clearly, buyers are starving for something that isn't just another 50K truck with chrome badges and endless add-ons. But here's where things take a turn. There's speculation that Nissan might not stop here. If this pickup succeeds, it could spark a full small truck renaissance, pushing rivals to bring back their own classics. Imagine Toyota reviving the Hilux name in North America, or Chevy rebirthing the S10 with a budget-friendly trim. This Nissan could be the domino that sets off a chain reaction across the entire truck industry. And yet, there's a big question hanging over everything. How will Nissan actually deliver this truck profitably at under 25K? Some analysts are skeptical, saying it's nearly impossible given current material and labor costs. But Nissan might be playing the long game, sacrificing short-term margins to rebuild trust and market share. After years of fading relevance, they need a statement vehicle, and this pickup might be that shot of adrenaline. And if early leaks are right, the truck might also introduce a brand new nameplate, signaling a fresh start instead of just another Frontier spin-off. A bold move, but one that fits Nissan's new strategy under CEO Makoto Uchida, repositioning the brand as innovative, value-driven, and daring once again. Because make no mistake, this truck isn't just a vehicle, it's a message. Nissan's basically telling the world, We're done playing it safe. After years of getting lost in the background, they're swinging hard. Not with flashy marketing or concept cars that never launch, but with a real product people can actually afford. This pickup is proof that Nissan finally understands what buyers want in 2026. Practicality over prestige, value over vanity. It's a rebellion against everything the modern truck market has turned into: overpriced, overdesigned, and overcomplicated. And the timing couldn't be more perfect. The US auto market is collapsing under its own weight. Consumers are walking away from $60,000 trucks and $900 a month payments. Sales of half-ton pickups have stalled. Meanwhile, compact, efficient vehicles are catching fire. The Maverick, the Santa Cruz, even older Tacomas are selling like crazy because people just want something useful and affordable again. Nissan's new pickup is arriving right at that breaking point, positioned to swoop in as the voice of reason in a market gone insane. You can feel that energy in how Nissan's presenting it too. No celebrity endorsements, no electric truck hype, no luxury nonsense. Just a simple, direct promise. A real truck for real people. Even the promotional footage shows workers, campers, small business owners, and families, not influencers or desert racers. It's a subtle but powerful shift in tone, one that feels like Nissan is reconnecting with the blue-collar DNA that made them legendary decades ago. And let's be real. Nostalgia sells, but what Nissan's doing here goes beyond nostalgia. They're building trust. After the corporate chaos of the late 2010s, the scandals, the struggling sales, the fading identity, this is the kind of grounded, confident move that could rebuild their reputation from the ground up. It's not just about competing with Ford or Toyota anymore. It's about reminding buyers why Nissan mattered in the first place. Now, we're still waiting for the full specs. Exact horsepower, torque, and trim pricing haven't been confirmed. But insiders are already whispering that the base model could come with around 200 horsepower, while the top hybrid version might push 250 horsepower and over 270 lb-ft of torque. Those are impressive numbers for something this compact, especially when paired with efficiency that could rival a compact SUV. And here's a detail enthusiasts will love. Nissan is reportedly offering a 6-speed manual transmission on select trims. In 2026, that's practically unheard of now. It's a love letter to purists and a huge differentiator in a world where every other brand is phasing out manuals entirely. That one move alone could make this pickup an instant cult classic. But the part that's making everyone talk: the potential base trim starting under $25,000. That price could change the entire truck economy. It puts Nissan's new pickup within reach of first-time buyers, small business owners, and anyone who's been priced out of the truck market for years. And if they actually manage to deliver on that promise, with no outrageous dealer markups, this could be the most important truck launch of the decade. And while competitors are scrambling to build futuristic EVs with six-figure price tags, Nissan's quietly saying, "We'll build something people can actually buy." It's a bold, almost rebellious stance. And it's got everyone asking one question: what does this mean for the rest of the industry? Because if Nissan really delivers this truck for under 25Ks, with solid performance, decent towing, hybrid efficiency, and actual off-road ability, it's going to force every major automaker to react. Ford can't keep charging $30K plus for a Maverick base model once this hits the market. Toyota's Stout, if it ever arrives, will have to match that price or risk looking like a ripoff. Even Chevrolet and Ram, who've been dragging their feet in the small truck space, will have no choice but to return fire with their own affordable models. This could trigger an industry-wide price correction, a total reset for trucks. And honestly, it's long overdue. Trucks were never meant to be luxury items. They were built to be tools, durable, accessible, and honest. Nissan's reminding everyone of that truth, and it's hitting home hard. Now let's talk design again, because the more people see it, the more they're realizing how right Nissan got it. The proportions are perfect. Short front overhang, chunky fenders, high beltline, and a squared-off bed that looks like it was drawn with a ruler, not a wind tunnel. Even the details, the blacked-out grille, the integrated skid plates, the optional roof rails, all scream purpose. You can tell this was designed by people who actually use trucks, not just sell them. There's even talk of an off-road-ready Pro 4X trim, bringing locking differentials, all-terrain tires, and a lifted suspension right from the factory. That's something Ford makes you pay extra for, but Nissan might bundle it in under 35K, which is wild when you think about it. It's like Nissan's throwing a direct punch at every overpriced adventure edition on the market and saying, we'll do it better, cheaper, and tougher. Inside, it's all about simplicity and durability. Think hard-wearing materials, waterproof seat fabrics, and storage everywhere. The cabin layout feels practical, almost nostalgic, but with just enough tech to keep it modern. The center screen sits cleanly in the dash, not floating like an iPad, and the physical buttons for climate and traction control are right where you want them. It's intuitive, functional, and refreshingly uncluttered, something truck buyers have been begging for. And then there's the wild rumor that Nissan might offer a modular bed system, similar to what Hyundai tried with the Santa Cruz but done better. Sliding rails, removable side panels, built-in power outlets, and adjustable tie-down points, making it useful for camping, construction, or just daily hauling. It's the kind of thoughtful engineering that's been missing from modern trucks obsessed with luxury interiors and massive grilles. All of this ties into Nissan's larger strategy. Bring back value, bring back function, bring back trust. The company knows it can't outmuscle the big three, but it can outthink them. And that's exactly what this pickup represents. Smart design, affordable engineering, and bold timing. And while everyone's focused on what Ford, Toyota, and GM will do next, the bigger question is, what happens if this truck actually sells, and not just a little, but big? Because if Nissan pulls this off, it could completely rewrite its future in North America. Imagine this pickup becoming a breakout hit, bringing back buyers who left the brand years ago, maybe even reviving the kind of loyalty Nissan once had with the old hardbody and early Frontier owners. We're talking about a full-scale brand revival, sparked by one affordable, no-nonsense truck. Dealers are already preparing for that scenario. Some reports say Nissan expects demand to outstrip supply for the first 18 months, similar to what happened with the Ford Maverick when it launched. But unlike Ford, Nissan plans to keep production steady and pricing consistent, avoiding the wave of dealer markups that turned Maverick buyers furious. If Nissan can keep this launch clean, transparent pricing, reasonable options, and on-time deliveries, they could earn back a level of trust most automakers have completely lost. And that trust is everything right now. Truck buyers are skeptical, burned by endless price hikes, fake limited editions, and automakers quietly deleting features while raising MSRPs. Nissan stepping in with an honest, affordable pickup feels like a breath of fresh air. A throwback to when automakers built for loyalty, not luxury margins. Even the marketing hints at that. Nissan's internal tagline reportedly reads, "Built simple, priced fair, ready for anything." That's not just a slogan. It's a challenge to the rest of the market. Because simplicity and fairness are exactly what everyone else abandoned. And don't think for a second Nissan's doing this just to sell a few trucks. This could be the cornerstone of an entire lineup refresh, a ripple effect that spreads to the Frontier, the Pathfinder, and maybe even the long-rumored return of the Xterra.